everyone is. Good morning, everyone. So we're going to chant the opening prayer, page 3. All mothers and sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and enlightenment, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save love establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. O Mother Sentient Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save away establishing them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. O Mother Sentient Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and enlightenment, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and safely away establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of the Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas and Dhakinis, Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Next page, page 5. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas, in the Dharma, and likewise in the example of the Until the Buddhas enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and I apply myself to complete stage of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embodied the enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and I apply myself to complete stage of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dhamma, and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas invested the enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to complete stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood, the sake of all sentient beings. Next page. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Next page, page 7. 7 branch prayer. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathagatas and the 10 directions. Those who have already reached the Tathagata state, those who are reaching at it present, and those Tathagata still to come. Through the power of Samdup prayer, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I posted to them, multiplying my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom are visualized as many Buddhas as there are atoms. Surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas, thus all space is filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of their excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of various pure flowers, flower garlands of music, anointing oils, manifesting light and fragrant incense. I make offerings to them of fine garments, perfume, and purple, pearled high as moon meru, and orange in the most beautiful way. I visualize these highest and most extensive offerings, and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to Buddhas and make offerings to them, following the deeds of the great Bodhisattva Samdup. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas and the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattvas and the Pakika Buddhas, those who have attained Arahantship, those who have entered the path of Arahantship, and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and Buddhas to turn the highest way of Dharma, as the light displaying the brightness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened state. I supplicate those Buddhas intending to pass into Parinirvana to live long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth, in order to benefit of all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkling with the scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the spring mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. As Buddha fair, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fairs. To the lamas who possess the 3 kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and the secret offerings with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me supreme realization and enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Renamendra Lapunzamanga Samandra Savarno Samaye Om. I echo refuge, ornament of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor Vajradhara, without doubt. I bow at the feet of Father Jigten Songgo. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unliberated nature of mine. Please turn the way of Dharma of the two vehicles and their combination according to the disposition and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. Okay, so we finish the opening prayer. I want to share here the Vajrayogini teaching a little bit first. Everyone can read this PowerPoint, okay? Okay, so this section is actually really highest, very difficult sections, not for beginners. It's not easy for, everyone. So you have to know that. And so Buddhists, we have like 3 different levels: Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana, 3 yanas. So usually we study first Hinayana sections, then go up to the Mahayana, then go up to the Vajrayana practice. So this is the Vajrayana, the highest, hardest section, and not easy. So you have to know that. Not everyone, just some people. Just generally we follow like step by step, and some people has like karmic imprints like previous life, so that is like different, So some is easy to understand like Vajrayana highest teaching because there we say there has some karmic connections, previous life. If you know this section, also actually you understand the Buddhist essence of the informations, like kind of Vajrayana sections. So this is today is called Vajrayogini, Charasambhara and Vajrayogini, but Charasambhara is we're not going to talk about today. We're talking about Vajrayogini, and she is the female Buddha, and not peaceful female Buddha is wrathful female Buddha. And then generation stage means how to meditate that, the step by step, the important sections. So Buddhist has many Buddhas. All these Buddhas have 4 different activities. 4 different activities like peaceful, pacifying, right? And also called increasing, magnetizing, and wrathful. So 4 different activities. This Vajrayogini is wrathful manifestation, benefit others. So that's the reason, I don't know, everyone get this picture? Vajrayogini, do you have? Okay, so this all has different symbolized meanings. So we have to understand that symbolized meaning is important. You seeing this is not so great. But you have to know what the symbolized meanings. So that's the reason. And this Vajrayana teaching, without a teacher, we don't just publicly giving, So must teacher have to giving, explain and information called the transformation and empowerment and guide the how to practice, So that's the core Vajrayana. I'll share this today with you. So follow this PowerPoint. If you don't understand clearly my English, you can ask question, okay? So then you can read this section. We can discussion. First, I want a discussion. Then I'm going to do the transmission. So then we're going to practice this. So practice this one. We need transmission. So transmission means like from all the like special masters, and then they give transmission. So permission to others is come to enter know. So that's called transmission. So now what we have to do, when we visualize the six syllable means usually we visualize, the syllable. Syllable is like English is called bam syllable. Bam is Vajrayogini is syllable is bam. So like that kind of like pronunciation English, bam. So think about that English is like B or which one? B and bam syllable. So that is a color is a red color. This syllable is followed by this Buddha's color. Some Buddha has a color like blue color, orange color, yellow color, or black color, different colors, white colors. So syllable is follow the color. So this Vajrayogini is a red color. So here red is actually the compassion. Red meaning is like strong compassion, not just compassion, peaceful compassion, very, aggressive or like engaging, compassion. Strong way compassion showing the red color meaning is. So then when we visualize this Vajrayogini, we visualize the first syllable, bam syllable. So that syllable is emanating and resolving like rays. Like rays, like syllable like rays. So the like rays go to all this universe, all this object is become purified. See this purify the process of the warm birth by the working of the four elements. So in this visualized syllable, like radiates, and then that's we visualize the reason is because purifying warm birth by the working of the four elements, meaning is if we have impure perception is correct, right? Impure perception, samsaric perception is going to take rebirth again and again. So that's the reason this like radiates is purifying birth karmic imprints. So this visualize each section has different ways benefit and purifying, obscurations. So then warm process of the warm birth by working of the four elements. When we born the warm birth, all the human beings born from the warm birth, right? So when we born the warm birth, we have four elements. So this all purifying, impure perception is purifying. When the six syllable completely transform into the deity's body, so that we talk about the bam syllable, that is transformed to become Vajrayogini, her body. Completely transform into the deity's body. This purified the habitual imprints of the sentient being's body. See, then this purified karmic imprints our sentient being's body. So we don't have to take another birth, we free from the birth karmic imprints. So we don't have to take rebirth again. The meaning is we liberated. If you take the future life, then go to 6 realms, So doesn't matter where we reborn, 6 realms is a suffering. So long as we have this body, then we have self-grasping, self. Then you have self, then you have emotions. Then you have emotions that create a karma. Then that karma take to the future lives. So this is a special method. Even you cannot purify your karma, but you can purify your karmic imprints rebirth, So that's the reason you can free from birth. So if you are free from birth, then you are free from old age, you are free from sickness, you are free from death. So the habitual other modes of taking birth are purified at the same time. So then our birth is like warm birth. So some beings is egg birth, some is heat and moisture birth, some is like miraculous birth. The miraculous birth is like some very special beings also miraculous birth, but also lower realms. Lower realms is like higher realms beings, also miraculous birth. They don't need like father and mother like born, warm birth. Okay, so then that's the reason we visualize syllable like ready is purifying this all birth karmic imprints. And then this syllable is transformed to the Yadam deity's body, is purified birth karmic imprint, like body, born the body. Make sense or no? Okay, if you know clear, please let me know. When we give rise to the deity in the generation stage, we need to have 3 elements intact. We visualize Buddha, these 3 elements or 3 intact is very important. So we have to understand these sections. Clear and vivid visualization, stable deity, pride, recollection of purity. So these 3 things. So that's we practice Buddha, like visualize. We need to do these 3 things, important. If you do these 3 things in your practice, then your practice is very powerful. You can purify your obscurations, emotions, and also you can benefit to others too. So this is going to talk details. So first one I'm going to share with you clear and vivid visualization, okay? So how to do as a method of purifying, see, this we are taught how to visualize with first element, generation stage, clarity and vividness. So clarity means, today is Vajrayogini example. You load this picture and close eye, come to clearly your mind. You're not this eyeball seeing, your mind seeing. So that is called clearly visualize. If you can do that, and then sometimes you have emotions and you have anxieties, unhappy feelings arise in your mind. That time, so close eye, visualize this Buddha is naturally release your fears and emotions purified. So that's the reason we have to visualize clearly, clarity and vividness. So when we visualize in the deity, Buddha, deity means Buddha in the today Vajrayogini, not same is like this picture and not like really solidly like physical object. And the same is the rainbow, rainbow light is seeing clearly, but it's empty. Empty is seeing, not physical form. So like that is we have to visualize clarity and vividness. Then visualize very detail. So if you can visualize very detail, it's very good. If you cannot do that, also okay. So just visualize. When we practice Yadam deity, that time, engage practice time, visualize instantly. So don't have to go to like step by step visualize. Just come to everything clearly mind. Only focus seeing that, the mind resting with visualization Buddha. So that's the, when usually we practice the time that, and then when you study, so you have the law and all the ornaments, think about each sections. So we have to do that. From the crown to the seat, this is the, you study and know listening, teaching time, and you engage in something, you have to do this, we have to do. From the crown to the seat. Signs of gaining clarity and stability, every detail of the deity. Body, color, eyeballs, dress, hand, implements. So that's then, when you have any, or difficult time, your close eye comes clearly your mind instantly. So that way we have to practice. Then keep your intention single-pointedly and rest your mind naturally. So visualize Vajrayogini, mind just focus that, and mind resting with that object. So then you're seeing Vajrayogini, your mind resting with that. It then comes devotion arise your mind, so that is become connecting to the Buddha, Vajrayogini, and we have become connection. So devotion is the same as like this card. It's connecting, Without devotion, you visualize Buddha, it's no any feeling. Just same as regular object. Regular object is when we meditate, the shamatha meditation, you can use any this object, mind just focus that object, mind resting with that object. Then your mind be there and calm and peace. But you don't have a special feeling there, So this visualized Buddha is different, called special object. When you visualize the Buddha, then arise like devotion. So devotion connecting with this Buddha, and then you comes like very special feeling arise, like kind of like positive, happy, and joy and bliss arise from your mind. That time then really you feel is get blessing from the Buddha, Yidam deity. So without devotion, you can't get that feeling. Usually we share the Buddhist teaching. When we study philosophy, devotion is not important. You're going to study Buddhist philosophy, never talk about the devotion and the faith. So that time is only talk about, intellectual, investigating, analytical, logic, investigate. If you have devotion, you're not going to investigate, and you're not going to use logic. So that's the reason when you study Buddhist philosophy, we not talk about devotion and faith. That time is use logic, investigate is more important than devotion. So when you practice this Buddha, that time still you use logic, investigate. You don't get any feeling, So you never have connection with the Buddha. So that reason you have to know when you need devotion, when you do need devotion, okay? So that's also you have to understand it. Like sometimes the Buddhist teachings say devotion is important. Without devotion, you can't get anything. So that means practice Buddhas. And sometimes devotion is not important. Devotion is obstacles. So if you hear that, you see that means you use logic, investigate, okay? So there are no contradictions, different, practicing or different, Okay, so then keep your intention single-pointed and rest your mind naturally. Just mind resting with visualize. So that's also meditation and special meditation. When we meditate shamatha, you focus just regular object. Sometimes the mind is like unhappy, sad, obscurations comes. That time then we have to visualize a special object. So always we have to change this practice, not always focus on one thing. You have to understand like your feeling and practice, what you need, which practice you need. So then that is actually a body right there as clearly transparent, free from obscurity, completely calm. So then section showing, we visualize Buddha and Vajrayogini in front of us, the mind seeing that. So that is the Buddha. You don't have to think about the Buddha is some other place. If you have feeling, that is the Buddha. They are the clearly transparent, free from obscurity. Then you visualize that Buddha and the practice meditate is free from our obscurations. Completely become your mind calm and peace. Clear presence in front of you, not imagined. So not like kind of a delusion. You have a connection. That time is Buddha is always there. Buddha is the same as the moon and the sun. Like individually loaded, you can see sun is directly for you, right? Wherever you go, so always the sun is directly to you. So everyone can see like that. Like same like that, you visualize the Buddha in front. You're always connecting with that. This is the benefit of meditating, purifying our grasping on mundane perceptions. So you visualize Vajrayogini. So today is specific, we talk about Vajrayogini. You visualize Vajrayogini. Mind seeing Vajrayogini. Then that purifying our self-grasping. Self means I and my. So that is the root causes of samsara. Self is causes of samsara, I and my. So you naturally release and I and my because you visualize the Yadam in front of you. So your mind seeing that, then you don't have that time you don't have I and my. So it's naturally released. So then also you visualize the Buddha purifying mundane perceptions. Like usually we have this all worldly and samsaric perceptions. So that impure perception also transformed. Then you visualize the Buddha in front of you. So visualize the Buddha is have connecting together because it's like devotion. Then also you realize that Vajrayogini we visualize or Buddha and our natural mind it's become same, no difference. So you really realize we are Buddha. So this visualized Buddha actually is, introduce we are Buddha. First we visualize Buddha, then that mind seeing that Buddha and our natural mind is same, no difference, the same natural mind. So then you look to yourself, your mind also Buddha. It's visualize that also Buddha, then become no difference. It's connecting, same, So that's the powerful meditation. Second element of generation stage is stable deity pride. So we should have the sense of inseparability between the deity and the one who is meditating upon the deity. So we visualize today Vajrayogini. Vajrayogini and we are inseparability. Same. What is the same? Same nature mind. You know? You visualize the Buddha, that the Buddha's nature and our nature is not different. It's the same nature. If you realize that, then we are Buddha. We are not different from the Buddha. So that's the reason Buddha said all sentient beings is Buddha. But sentient beings has obscurations. That's why we don't recognize we are Buddha. So sun is sometimes under the thunderstorm. You cannot see the sun, but sun is always in the sky, right? So like thunderstorm is the same as our afflictive emotions. Then the clouds go where sun shines. Like if we purify our emotions, so our Buddha nature is how to say, arise or, yeah? Make sense or no? What do you think? If you don't have a Buddha nature, if we are not Buddha, then we practice is useless. Yeah. You cannot progressing, right? If you die, then nothing to do. It's dead, gone. When we die, means like this body is 5 elements, dissolved to 5 elements, but mind is never die. Body is the same as the guest house, mind is the same as the guest. So we have to know that mind is not the physical form, mind is not 5 elements. So that's the reason mind never die. You think so? That if you sleeping, you sleep, the body is in the bed, but mind is not there, right? It's go all over the nighttime dreaming. So that means mind and the body is different. Yeah, so our body is here, maybe mind is going some other place. So that means mind and the body is not same. It's different, This body cannot go all over the place because it's physical body, physical form. Mind is not physical, so it can go everywhere. So then think this way, visualize Buddha and we are inseparability between the deity and the one who is meditating upon the deity. This deity means like this one, Vajrayogini. Many Buddhism has many Buddhas. So you know this section, then you know the many Buddhas is become all same. See, we have so many different forms, but our nature is all same. Become no difference. So then many Buddhas, you practice one Buddha, you completing that, and all Buddha is accomplishment. So that time, so then I am the deity means I am the Buddha. But looks like ego, but not ego. This is called positive ego, not the negative ego. So positive ego is introduced to the negative ego. Ego introduced ego, So the Vajrayana practice, we found the solution is not looking solution, some other things. So use that object transformed, Ego or antidote ego, like heart antidote heart, cord antidote cord. So that is like permanent antidote, Temporary antidote, you're using something different method. Example, we have anger, you meditate compassion, but compassion, anger is a contradiction, right? But anger, you practice compassion, anger is like just diminish, but not really purifying anger. You know? Because this two is like contradict, but not really permanently contradict each other, you know? Only temporarily contradiction. Make sense? So long when you have anger arise, you practice compassion, anger is diminished. But still anger is there. When you get, how to say, the conditions, anger is arise. So then how to destroy anger? So you practice like anger destroys, like you recognize you are Buddha, mind is Buddha. So you state that nature, and anger is the destroy or the root. Make sense? So then also we don't find any other solution. When anger arises, watch the anger, you have something special called awareness, like your mind seeing, like kind of you seeing your mind. This anger arises, you recognize, low to their anger. The anger is rootless, groundless, emptiness. Anger is not permanent. Anger is not physical anything, it's just emptiness. So you're seeing that anger is emptiness. Then you don't need to find any other solution, So anger is released. So that meditation is called highest practice meditate. But we use a different method, beginners use, like try to not get the, like how to say this, environment, anger environment or circumstances, right? We try to get rid of the circumstances or conditions. We don't want to get anger conditions, just we try to avoid that. And that is the very first beginning step. Then second is like when anger arises, practice compassion. So highest practice is called in this way, recognize Buddha and watch the anger. Anger is not exist. So that's all the different levels. So then, in fact, your own mind has always been the nature of the deity, means like your mind is always been Buddha. Your body is the mandala, your speech is the nature of mantra. Sometimes we think, when we purify emotions, so we are Buddha. But actually, our mind is always Buddha. Never polluted emotions. Always pure. But only obscuration, temporary, We don't recognize that. Body is then, if your mind is a Buddha, then your body is a mandala. Then your speech is always Buddha's speech, mantra. Everything has always been pro-morally the nature of the mandala of awakening ones. So we are Buddha means like, I'm beginning last time until now we are Buddha. So always we are nature, mind is always Buddha. Through meditation, experience, and realization, so then we don't recognize we are Buddha. How do we recognize we are Buddha? We have to listening, study, contemplate, and meditate teachings. So practice, then we realize. So we reborn in samsara many different realms. Our nature mind is never lost. You get, sometimes we born the animal realms, animal ignorance and suffering never lost our natural mind, always there. So then same thing, we reborn hell realms, hungry ghosts, other different realms, human beings, our nature is never changed, always the same. Same as this water has become frozen, cold weather, but one day you get conditions, warm weather, it's come back to water. The water never lost the nature, right? So think that way. What is that? That is what deity practice is all about. Deity pride insulates us from any obstacles. Deity pride has benefit of destroying ordinary ego clinging. See, when you meditate, we are Buddha, recognize, and then that time, no any obscurations come in. Also, you have to meditate that, practicing this sadhana yadam deity today we're going to do, benefit for others. Third element of a generation stage, recollection of piety. So this is called recollection of piety. Is the deity appears in form, body, display, but has never changed from the nature of Dharmakaya. So this form is a different kind of, display, but inner nature is never changed. Same as the moon in the sky, reflection in the water. So the in the sky, the moon is never changed, right? Reflect in the water. So like that, but has never changed from the nature of Dharmakaya. The pro-modern knowing is beyond any conceptual limitation of face, hands, color, shape, and the rest. So we have to know these meanings. However, the Buddha's awakening qualities, the deity with specific face, hands, and multiple differing attributes, these are all symbols pointing to the absolute nature. So this symbolizes meaning showing the absolute truth nature. This is called Chakra Sambhara and Vajrayogini. So this all has symbolized meanings. So called Yap and the Yom means like father and mother. The union, actually the meaning is method and wisdom. It's inseparable. And also already purify attachment. No attachment, no desire, no emotions. So the symbolized meaning is yes. From the pure recollection of a pure meaning of the practitioner's protection circle, the mountain of flames are purify ignorance. So here has the fire flame is actually is representative wisdom and purify ignorance. The Vajra fence is purify hatred, the tent and canopy are purify attachments. So this is called Vajra and the canopins, like some symbols. So now I want to go to skip these sections and okay, here. Vajrayogini is Pamo. Tibetan called Pa Mo. Pa is like pig. Mo is a female. Pa Mo. So she has one head is like pig's head. Can you see? In here. Pig. So this symbolized meaning is no draw, no dualistic thoughts, no conceptual thoughts. The showing the absolute truth. So what do you think? Pig is dirty, right? So pig don't recognize clean and dirty because of ignorance. So when you realize absolute truth, actually our perception has a dirty and a clean and a good and a bad and I and the others, right? But when you get absolute truth, it's not like that. It's become all same. So that's the reason this showing symbolized meaning is no draw, no dualistic. Make sense? So our perception, pig is bad, right? Very dirty. First time when I eat the pork, is I vomit because it's pig goes everywhere, right? I cannot eat the pork first time. So because we have a dualistic thoughts, and we don't seeing all is pure. We have conceptual thoughts. That's the reason, right? And when you realize absolute truth, not any good and bad and like clean and dirty, it's all become same. So it's become one. So that's the reason the pig has is. So then I'm going to talk this all the symbolized meanings. Vajrayogini descriptions as for the property of the form body, your single body symbolizes the realization of the one test of all phenomena. So she has two heads because one is a pig and one is human, like two heads, but only one body. The one body, the symbolized meaning is absolute truth is only one absolute truth, one natural state, not many different natural states. So that means one only enlightening, all beings enlightenment is only one. They all realize their own natural mind. They don't have many different paths and many paths to get there, but up there is only one nature. Your red color symbolizes your love for all beings. So her color is red because it's showing the loving for all sentient beings. This love is unconditional love, and also economically love all sentient beings. Your main phase of mixed wrath and passion symbolize the purification of attachment and anger. So her face is like kind of not really wrathful, but not really peace. It's kind of peace and wrath for is mixed. So symbolized meaning is purification of attachment and anger. No anger, no attachment. Actually, kind of wrath is like purify anger. And peace, like passion, something like that is purify attachment. It's, usually we say wrath for it looks like anger, right? But that symbolizes is anger is already purified. Anger is not exist, absolute truth. So then also our perception anger is bad, love is very good, compassion and love. But when you realize they don't have like bad and good, it's anger, compassion, they are not exist. Both is not exist. It's always emptiness. the black soul's head behind your right ear, making a grunting sound, symbolizes the unchanging Dharmakaya. So this is showing unchanging Dharmakaya means absolute truth, showing the natural state. The natural state is like no draw, no dualistic thoughts, no emotions. Your hair half bound up and half following, loosely drawn. Your back symbolizes that sentient beings are established in the unfolding expanse of pro-modern wisdom. So that's really hard for me, but I don't think so for you. Understand, right? Meaning? Just here is up, some is down, some is all the way up, right? Symbolize that sentient beings are established in the unfolding expanse of pro-modern wisdom. So that means like showing the sentient beings all have a nature, right? So also benefit to all sentient beings. Okay. And now is the Dragok knife held aloft with your right hand, symbolize cutting through the root of the four maras. See, Dragok knife is in this one. It's cutting through the emotions, cutting through the thoughts, emotion, and cut through all the four maras. The four mara is, the first one called mara of form body. That means like long as we have this body, we have I and the self. So then you have pain and you have suffering, right? So that is called mara of form body. Then you have self and I, and then you have emotions, anger, ignorance, attachment, desire, pride, ego, pride, ego, and then jealousy. So these emotions arise. So that's called the mara of afflictive emotions. Mara of afflictive emotions. Then you have mara of afflictive emotions. The third mara comes. Third mara is called mara of sun's gods. Right? Sun's gods. Gods of sun. Mara of gods of sun. Something like that. So the meaning is like the example. That is talking about the example. The gods realm has enjoyment, happy. They're never thinking about to die. They are just enjoy with pleasure object things. They don't thinking about tomorrow, next day, anything. So Mara of sun gods meaning is we are attached to our enjoyments, pleasant things, So like your usually worldly activities and you thinking about in this life. So you have that, you don't have wisdom. What happened in future? So same is the kids, If kids just play, they don't know if it's some dangerous coming, they don't realize they enjoy play, Same like that. So we are all sentient beings like that. So that's called Mara of sun gods. Sun's gods or son of gods, something, So anyway, that's the meaning is like we are attached to the pleasure things, enjoyment. Then we don't recognize future. We don't thinking about future life. So you have that first and the second, third, then Mara of death. So then we have death. So Mara of death, and then we are not free from death. Die. So when we die, then we reborn again. You have left, you have a right? So you have a death, then you have a reborn again. You have birth, then you have old age, you have a sickness, you have a death again. All cyclic existence, called samsara. Never end, endless, endless. So never free from suffering. That's the reason, so to go knife, cut through these emotions. The representative is not the killing the some other beings, okay? That's the reason you have to know this symbolized meaning is showing the absolute truth. Otherwise, like, terrible, right? Looks like, yeah. The Trigona, the root of the four maras, that's called four maras. So Buddha means like conquered four maras, subdued four maras. All the Buddha is already subdued four maras. The blood, the third skull cup, heard in your left hand symbolize enjoyment in the substance of non-conception. Sustenance of non-conceptual. So here, I think in this one, talking about in this one. So left hand hold the, actually, this is the what you call skull cup and put in the blood. What do we think? So that symbolized meaning is different. Cutting through this, everything is become actually offerings. Everything is the same. Not like delusion there. Enjoyment in the substance of non-conceptions. So that symbolizes meaning. Then your crown of five dried skulls is the complete purity of the five poisons, the nature of the five families. So Vajrayogini has five skulls in the crown. So this is the like, she already purified five poisons, five emotions: anger, attachment, ignorance, pride, jealousy. So this five is purified. That symbolizes meaning. Then also you purify these five afflictive emotions, then become you are Buddha and call five families. Five family means five wisdom arise. Five wisdom arise. Your necklace of 50 fresh heads is the purity of the 50 types of mental formations. Concepts are purified. So usually this is like more followed by the science. We have a mental, conscious, how to say, principal mind and mental formats. So principal mind and mental format is 50 different mental formations. Mental formations. So this mental formation is always follow the thoughts and the emotions. If you follow the thoughts and the emotions, you never recognize your principal mind, your natural mind. So that's the reason, and this 50 fresh heads is like representative. He purified this concept, 50 types of mental formations. Then you purify that, it means concepts are purified, no thoughts, no impure perception and thoughts. The five types of bone ornaments represent the 6 paramitas. So she has 5 types of bone ornaments, like two and the necklace and anchors, 5. So this is the representative, representative 6 paramitas. 6 paramitas is generosity, morality, patience, and joyful effort, concentration, meditation, and wisdom. So they're called 6 parameters. That showing representative is the completion practice 6 parameter. So that is the symbolized meaning. Then also, our perception, this ornaments is gold and silver, all the good things for our eyes. But actually, you realize absolute truth. They don't have like good and bad. It's gold and bone. The ornament is no difference. Because that is only our perception. Our perception, gold, silver, or is it diamond, or that's all expensive things, like so special for us. But you really realize this bone ornament and this special, like we thought, there's nothing different. It's same. So realizer, master, you offer all the golds. They don't think it's anything special. That thing is like same as the homeless people collecting all the garbage, right? For them it's so important, right? We see they are crazy. Nothing is useful. It's all is useless, yeah? They're all collecting garbages. So for them it's so important. Same thing, realizer, beings, seeing, we are same is like that. We think it's gold and silver and expensive something, all so special for us, but realizer, masters, seeing there are nothing special. Make sense or no? So this good, bad things is only our perception, So this perception is always change, not permanent. When we was kids and until now, how many things change? When we was kids, like toys is so important. You lose toys, you cry, like so very important, right? When you older, become noise either low that time, it's crazy, yeah? Okay, so think that way. So don't think about right now what we see is important, okay? So we have a delusion. Your six curve symbolize the perfection of all the quality of the four enlightening activities. So she has this, the ropes is symbolizing meaning is four activities. Four activities like wrath for, peace for, magnetizing, increasing. So that means like the Buddha has compassion. The compassion benefit to others. The benefit others is many different ways benefit others. Sometimes like peaceful cannot benefit any others, some too. Some beings need wrath for to benefit, some increasing, some peaceful, all the different ways. That's why four activities benefit others. Your three eyes seeing throughout the three times, past, present, future, all seeing. Your four bare fangs conquer the four maras. So we already talked four maras. Your two arms are the inseparable union of method and wisdom. Your 2 feet symbolize the true truth. True truth is a relative truth and absolute truth. So what we're seeing is we're seeing relative truth. We're not seeing absolute truth. So the same is, some who has a sickness, they're called, this sickness, they're seeing all white colors become all yellow color. What is the? Yeah, liver, right? Something problems, everything is yellow. White color is become all yellow color. So you telling them, no, this is white color, this is not yellow. But they're not seeing white color. You cannot introduce white color because they don't see the white anything. It's always yellow, right? because it's the sickness, problems. Same is like we have a delusion. So we're not seeing the absolute truth. We're seeing all relative truth. Our delusion, you know. Make sense? Okay, so then, true truth. Your Heruka concert hidden as the Katavanga symbolized the perfection of Chara Sambara qualities. So Katavanga is here holding the something is very long here. That's called Katavanga. And they all has different symbolized meanings. But this symbolized meaning is called method. The her body is wisdom. So this is like the main yap. Actually, yap means like me, right? Main. And the father, Chakrasambhara, is called the method. So that's the symbolized meaning. It's method and wisdom. Inseparable, you know. Since the discursive thoughts of afflictive emotions are burned, the great fire of self-luminosity blazes. The fire, then, okay, so this is all the actually main sections is finished. The teaching, you know, is Vajrayogini. Do you have any questions? What is? Yes. It's cup, right? She's staying in the cups. Corpse. So this is the corpse. Corpse is they have many different symbolized meanings. One is a subdued four maras, and also subdued emotions. You know, like that kind of like the representative is corpse.
And possibly the ego, or no? The Mara and ego may be the same.
Yeah, the Mara ego is already in the emotions.
Right.
So subdued emotions is already in the ego is there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So then it's also here the Vajrayogini is naked, you know, no cloth actually. So that's symbolized is no thought. No any emotion thoughts. No questions? Yes.
That figure, again, I didn't get it. I heard what he was saying. What is the name of that? It's a deity?
This which one?
The actual, what we're seeing with the headdress and that. Who is that?
It's Vajrayogini. It's a deity, yes, a deity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We just, that was wonderful.
It's
That's what
called
we're trying to figure.
Rat for female Buddha.
Okay.
Rat for female Buddha is powerful actually, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called Vajrayogini. No questions, right? I have to do the transmission. If you don't have questions, then we're going to practice sadhana. So transmission is only you have to hear the sound. You don't have to understand the meaning. Then you get the transmission. I'm going to read Tibetan. Om Sobhava Shida Savadama Sobhava Shida Benza Shida Savadama Benza Benza Shido Hang Yom Yoga Shida Sarva Dharma Yoga Shido Han Som Je Jang Be Song Zen Je Debe Chidam Je Dong Ban Je De Je De Ngale Hong Hong Shi Ju Be Dur Je Sa Yi Rawa Kor La Den Dai Trawa De Sro De Yi Je Men Bar Ve Song Wen Ko Lo Je Me Wi Se Ele Chi Jin Jung De Sa Wa Trawa Tor De So Ba Ding Ka Che Wa Ya Ra Dem So Ngo Nang Mar Wa Yang Shen Ja Che Ve Ja che ve vi sa bang le na so be ma dang a le da wa nya gang wa ran le nyem din la pam chin nor we den de rang ge sem je pam ye mar bo bar wa le dor ji tu gu te war pam je sem le wong de pa pa ju sem je tam je je de de jan do ji na nyong ko ma la ko san de yong so je ba le nam ga la da sa mar bo sa wa da ran ji dor ji na nyong ma kum no ma pa nyama Bomje Ziji Jin Sajar Jin Sam Rojan de Banjo Wajun Zebanada Yezabaja Nabunga Robatoba Gambung Awajin. Tarowa Tobanga Jeza Jaga Dojatan Repesajanga Jama Saya to go Sajun to Raka no Garanamba to Mokaranga Dimba. To Mokaranga Dimba Jimotalanji and Tanza Bajuru Malanso Jinamalamba Ye Gong Yon Jamba Karta Kansom Jin Sojurani Lembar. Mepongo Vina Jobarjo de la Goyagoane de were on Pamle Dorje Pamo Marmo Ninga Hong Yamle Shenjema Momondembar. Momle Muzima Karamota was Le Chuzima Sermochus of the Hong Hong Letazima Janga and Latam Jela Pipele Zindra Kala Zindra Katuka Tamje Jan Sharaje Sanyama Yetuga Yon Toran Zimba Jinje Pamo Tarjo Yishi Bango Jensen Jalabane Nam Jermesan is a Jinjo Marmo de Warazan and Baleo de Bezo Javan Corta Jebado Jenam German number Janam Kajina Mesa Samasa. Tedagalam Jamaka, Mebati Beranga, Jordan Bella, Devada Nebachi, only Al Kale, Marborda, Mabote, Ranga, the Martin Bengalanta, Nebachi, Tole, San Joseph, Jun, Pavranga, Ningaratembe, the Domichi Julachi, Taranam Jurma, the Nirala, the Benizame, Barajo Brazan, La Jirum, Jenis, a Gonding, La, Tabaremane. Kone chitam je tamaro jibaje jibanya mong nyamong je toba yin ze jebesa ya rojan de baji kunjwa me bena da ba ya yi yin ze jebesa ni dong ze ba ra si je yin jab de do wa de som chen sar jin som de je ne je ben je wa ye ze ba da yi som de jebesa ni ma do ba ji sar je no be ye zhong go to mi je la ro yong tu ta ya phe ka be be sar je ka ram ga to nga da be ring rang yin to gang ne wo jin de zing ab je sa je da be to ba ngab ji sa je ga to shar par sin ro ze be re be sa ja re be jin Ripe Sajanga, Chine Domeropa Pam Chinyamombe Mimbanjong Banyaman, Kova Sadon Servadawan Corvachung, Corvachung Banjang Kovalim, Madon Wepe Medin, Yamonja Toba, Sepe, Rangujem, Donarangasemja, Nanso like Jamata, Tonso, Sarchijuran, Yenda Javarame, Tapa, Tembarsavote, De Jangarana, Omben, Zawara, He Mahayogine, Mako, Hanji, Ransem, Doni, Dodina, Yamala, Imbangajar. Chiden Barasa, the Devane, Ranam Jormaza, Vezane, Sam Devar, Jinjoma, Mekolo, Visa, Marbo, Devar, Nima Nima Visa Pay, Marabo, Darangane, Yonda, Gorvana, Debes, Din, Sound, Jeba, Mangorvar. Nada Yungor, the Dalan, and your own of the dark, and Yamazan, Yamazan, Yahom, we Jini, and then the Om Benzavara. Agamra de Zazo, Om Benzavara, Badana de Zazo, Om Benzavara, Bibera de Zazo, Om Benzavara, Dibera de Zazo, Om Benzavara, Alogeta de Zazo, Om Benzavara, and Gedera de Zazo, Om Benzavara. Wara Neveda de Zazo, Om Benzavara, Yabdara de Zazo, Bardinga, Bardin, Karoma, and Colodio, Yinga, and Wajula Santo Chitu. Ten devase savon pam le won de no jo tam je wo de se barang la de ran le to men wo de jwa pam la them pam ye ko ba go da si tile na da bar de na da o sar to bang je ran je de jo la jin de san ya bar ja da me se la ya ran je ma da wen nam jo ma shar je sa ni ben nam jo sa bang ne jo lam lan jo go we to ndo gong de song ba je re dong le lam de la gong ba lo ling jen jo wa sar je go do ba sang wa nga je re quan zeng ba chi je ta wa tile na bar ja we de sa gang yu lo da ka re jin song nga man kan de we si je la pha dan se ta se remaking sar sang wa nga jin zu de ji song Tabe yang da ba jawa de ja jawa de bar ba je la da je be ji ga tam je ben de ga dong do yong de ne bar je je shu ba ba dan ben za sang ga da. So that's the transmission. I read the whole thing Tibetan. Tibetan I can read it very fast. You think so? Okay. We have the Buddha's 100 volumes. Like actually one is there. Can you see that one? That's the yellow one. That has like 500 pages. So this like that, 100 volumes. Buddha's teaching. Actually Sanskrit translation to Tibetan language 8th century. 8th century. So this all the Buddha's teaching is in the Tibetan language. So sometimes we read the whole this teaching like 100 volumes. Many people, and some people can read the whole thing this one day. It's loud. So you cannot see this. You only can. Okay, so now we're going to practicing together. Page 2. So here says, with the body in the sevenfold posture of concentration. So this usually, when you meditate, your body have to sit seven-point posture, cross leg, and you can sit in the chair, but not lay into the chair like this, okay? So separate from your body, align your spine, and open the chest like this shoulder, cannot join like this way, let space from the body. And then the tongue we don't have to talk about today, but then your eye and everything's like stay like this way practice, because it gives you energy different, okay? Change your habits. When you are at your homes, right? Then like that. So when you get in the meditation place, you have to change your regular habits. So we're going to chant this first section is Sanskrit. So we chant that and then go to English. Om Sobhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Sobhava Shuddha Om Benzai Shuddha Sarva Dharma Benzai Shuddha Om Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddha. By purifying with these three mantras, all phenomena subsumed within earth and happening become emptiness. From the sea by expressing Pom Hom, the Vajra foundation, and your tent, canopy, and crown need arise. Around the outside of that is the great protection circle of blessing, promoter, wisdom, fire. In the center, the symbol is transformed into a Damodaya, with its pointed root thrust downward. It expands at the top like the horns of a core. The outside is blue, the inside red, and it is west and east. On the center, the syllable palm transforms into a multicolored lotus. The syllable are transformed into a full moon. The symbol Ram transformed into a sunset, upon which are entered human corpse. Above that is the nature of my mind as red symbol palm visualized with light. This transforms into a tugok knife with a Vajra handle, adorned in center with the syllable palm. Light emanates from this, making offerings to the noble ones and purify negative deeds and obscurations of all sentient beings. Establish them in the state of Vajrayogini. As this light gathers back, it completely transforms. Like red silk rises into the sky, I myself become Vajrayogini. My body is red and shines with the brilliance of 100,000 suns. My mean face has 3 eyes in expression of mixed wrath and passion, and fingers slightly bared. Above my right ear is the black head of a saw. Making a snort and roar, I have a crown of 5 dust skulls. My hair is unbound. I wear a necklace of 51 skulls and the 5 tips of a symbol bone ornaments. With my right hand, I brandish a curved gold knife, and with my left, I hold a skull cup of blood to my heart. With the inner curve of my left arm, I hold up Khatavanga. I am naked, joyfully partaking in blood, and my own blood drops forth. I possess the youth of a 16-year-old, and my breasts are crossed, with my right leg drawn and my left leg extended. I stand dancing throughout the expanse of the three realms, dwelling in the center of a self-emanated mass of blazing fire. At my navel, Om Pam transforms into red Vajrayogini. At my heart, Ham Yam transforms into blue Yamine. At my throat, Rem Mam transforms into white Mahani. At my forehead, Shem transforms into yellow Sambalani. At my crown, Hom transforms into green Sambalani. At all my limbs, the pact transforms into Khenpo smoke in color. All this darkness also have one face and two hands. They hold the carved gold knife in the right and a skull cup of blood in the left, and possess ornaments like Varahe. With the secret place of Yogini, there is a red Damadaya, adorned in the center with a symbol like sure. Light emanates from this. They wear us ones of the 10 directions, together with their antennas, are invited to assemble in the space before me in form of Vajrayogini, Vajrasamasa. Fathomless enlightened bodies of yogini emanate from the enlightened body. This dissolve into my crown, generating bliss and power in my body. Red vowels and consonants and emanates from the elemented speech and dissolve into my throat, generating force and power in my speech. A stream of bodhicitta follows down from the enlightened mind and dissolves into my heart, generating the promoter wisdom, bliss, and emptiness in my mind stream. Finally, Yogini herself dissolves into me and become non-dual. My enlightened body symbolizes one test of all manifold phenomena. The next wrathful and passionate expression of my mean face symbolizes the purification of afflictions in the expanse. The soul's head behind my ears symbolizes unchanging Dharmakaya. Half of my hair bound and half following loosely down my back symbolize the blossom promoter wisdom into the expanse. Working for the purpose of sentient beings, my three eyes symbolize knowing the three terms. My four bare fangs symbolize severing the four maras at the root. My two arms symbolize the union of methods and wisdom. The gold knife is my right hand, symbolizes overwhelming well-beings by brainlines. The skull cup of blood in my left hand symbolizes partaking in the food of non-conscious. The Kadavanga symbolizes my hidden Heruka concert. My crown ornament of 5 dress skulls with the nature of the 5 families symbolizes plate of the 5 poisons. My necklace of 51 skulls symbolizes the plate of the 51 types of mental formations. My 5 symbolic bone ornaments symbolize the 6 paramitas. The human corpse symbolizes the display of automatic meaning of dharmata. The sun symbolizes conquering the darkness of afflictions. The moon symbolizes displaying the torment of samsara. The lotus seed symbolizes abandoning samsara's force without forsaking samsara. The self-luminous fire symbolizes burning conceptual afflictions. In short, the appearing aspect of my mind is the illusion-like form of the deity, and the continuous aspect is the luminous Dharmakaya nature. Om Benza Varahe Mama Yogini Ema Goham. At the secret, the bottom of the sadhana, at the sacred place or honor never myself, luminously appearing as yogini, as red dhammadaya, like a well of fire. On the center of that is a red lotus. On the middle of the lotus is the sun. On the center of the sun is the red syllable palm. Around the edge of that, the mantra garland circle in a clockwise manner. When recited the mantra, the C and the syllable are moving. While the mantra garland circle counterclockwise, circle faster and faster. Om Sarvam Veda Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong Pe 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 Soa Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Hong Pe 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 Soha Om Sarvam Vedan Drakeneye Benza Wana Neye Benza Veroza Neye Here I want to share with you about the mantra. So usually we practice Vajrayogini. Some people go to retreat, maybe 1 week or maybe month or years. So they use this sadhana and the chant and visualize. Then chant this mantra is 100,000 times or million times, So chant this mantra. And not only the Vajrayogini, all the different deities has mantras. Sometimes the Tibetan we say chant Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. It's called Compassion Buddha mantra. And then like that, many different mantras, like Tara mantra is Om Tare Tu Tare Tere Soha. So, many different mantras. Vajrayogini mantra is this one. So mantra is, when with the chant, is actually connecting with Buddha together. Mantra can be offering. This all chant mantras become offering to the Buddhas and create our accumulation merit. Then also chant the mantra is a purification and purify our negative deeds. And the chant the mantra is like blessings, purify other beings' obscurations. Like saying the mantra, purifying other beings' suffering and obscurations. So also the mantra is called sometimes like the Yidam deity, You chant the mantra is the essence of the Buddha. So today this mantra is Vajrayogini. Like same is that we're calling the Vajrayogini in same. Become very close, make friend. And then slowly it's like practice more and more. One day we have become same as this Buddha, realize. So that's the purpose of mantra we chanting. I want to share something from here and talk about the mantra. Here is a mantra. So The next, there is the yoga of recitation. So recitation, mantra is recitation. In aspect of enlightening speech. It's a mantra is enlightening speech. And when we recite a mantra and prayers, we are purifying our grasping at ordinary mundane speech and all habitual imprints associated with this. Usually we have like ordinary speech, we talk, all is ordinary speech. Useless speech, it's talk, but it's ordinary, created impure perception, strong grasping, So the mantra is purifying like our ordinary speech, perceptions, transform that, ordinary, mundane. So that's why I say purifying our grasping at ordinary, mundane speech, and all habitual imprints associated with this. The mantra or recitation we are repeating again and again is the agent of purification. So chant again is purification. By repeating the mantra, we are creating the interdependence to awaken to the result enlightening speech. Through enlightening speech activity, we will be able to fulfill the purpose of sentient beings. Understand, right? So there are specific reasons for or benefit of reciting mantra is that we are calling, summoning. Correct? Summoning. Yeah, summoning the wisdom deity to us. Just as when we call someone by name, they naturally will come close to us. Wisdom, Sanskrit is jnana. Here refers to knowing that the deity has always abided within us primordially. So actually deity is always our natural mind, not the separate. Primordially, always abide within us primordially, sattva or argus or I don't know something. Here refers to one samadhi. Okay, so that section is I don't have to share this section and hard to understand. So then here is another section is I want to share with you a little bit. When you chant the mantra, as you recite the syllable of the mantra in or in on, in, right? In, a in. 2 ins. In ongoing hum. Feel that all the deities are chanting the mantra in this continuous sound, and that the universe and all beings within, even the trees and the forest are of the nature of deity and deity phenomena, and that everywhere resounds with the mantra sounds. So this is the very special practitioners does like this way. What they're seeing, everything, all the form is become Vajrayogini, and all the songs, everything is become mantra. Harder to understand, But if you practicing and your mind is very, very come to subtle, meditate, then you feel that. No any thoughts, visualize it very clear, and then you can, everything, all the song is transformed to the mantra. So all the seeing form is become Buddha. So that's purify all this impure perception, transform to the pure. So, Okay, then if you are recite a mantra with a distracted, wandering mind, apart from the more benefit of eroding some of the obscurations, it's hard, I don't know. Anyway, you will not drive the great siddha accomplishments. That is why it is important to recite the mantra in undistracted state of a single-pointed samadhi, without wavering, keeping one's mind's intention on the deity appearance. When we chant the mantra, our mind is not there. Just you chant mantra is not powerful. It's when we chant the mantra, so single-pointedly samadhi, without wavering, keeping one's mind's intention on the deity appearance. So then some is like visualize the mantra garland clockwise. Some is just see this is our intention on the deity appearance. The mantra, the rays of light emanating out and resolving, and so forth. When you recite a mantra, be in a state of a single-pointed devotion and faith, rather than in a conceptual frame of mind that is trying to examine and analyze the mantra. This means not trying to reinterpret. What means reinterpret? Or translate to another language. The darkened script, darkened script, or mantra words, which would prevent the accomplishment of the paranidhana, great aspiration. So anyway, we cannot translation to this mantra, the other language. The mantra is always live like the first time, like Sanskrit. It's called the Dakini script, right? Dakini script. So that's the reason we cannot translate, we cannot analyze, like translation to English, then chant that is no power. Make sense? Okay, so that's the reason this mantra is, I don't know how to explain. Just I'm chanting, okay? So everyone is like that. Usually we don't know the mantra meaning. Some mantra we know the meaning, but we don't translation to the language, other language. Do you have any questions? So no questions. Almost we finish then. We go back to this sadhana and chant the couple mantra and then going to do this conclusion. Om sarvam vedandai keneye benza wana neye benza berosa neye hong 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 be 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 soa Om sarvam vedandai keneye benza wana neye benza berosa neye Hong 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 baby soha Om sarvam vedandai keneye benza wana neye benza berosa neye Hong 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 pe 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 soha Om benza varahe argam jadesa soha Om benza varahe pading jadesa soha Om benza varahe pipe jadesa soha Om benza varahe devam jadesa soha Om benza varahe aloke jadesa soha Om benza varahe gende jadesa soha Om benza varahe nevede jadesa soha Om Benzavarahe Shabda Gadezaye Zoha. Vajrayogini, imbued with the splendor of the Dakini mandala, you are coin, you are the five wisdoms and the three kayas, homage and praise to the refuge of beings. At the end of the section, like emanates from the sixth syllable, Palm, the entire visual and its contents melt into light and dissolve into me. My body melts into light from the top down and the bottom up and dissolve into the syllable. Palm. The body of the palm syllable, the head, the crescent moon, and the bindu dissolve into the nada. The nada then transforms into the nature of a luminous emptiness. So now we have to meditate here, called dissolution meditate. Actually, when we practice this sadhana, that time, we visualize we are the Vajrayogini. So now all phenomena is dissolved to our body is dissolved to the syllable, palm. So palm is like become dissolved to the bottom to top, and the nada is going into the emptiness. So this visual meditation is introduced to our die karmic imprint, purify death karmic imprints, free from death. So that's why it's meditation as dissolution meditation. When emerging, again I arise in the illusion-like form of a yogini with one face and two arms. So now we go to this book, dedication. Dedication is practicing today is dedication to benefit all other beings. It's page 157. Dorjenchang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma Lord Gambopa, Pamotopa, and Lord Digompa, please bestow upon us most auspicious blessing of all the Kaju Lamas. By this virtue may I achieve emanations by defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who traverse on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have a good heart. I pray that your Dharma activities are far and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Manjushri, the Vero realized atomic state, and as did Samandabhada, I will follow in the path, and fully dedicate in all merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the invisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtue as collected in the three times, by my seven all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by inner rule of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Digompa Ranashiri, who is omniscient, Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of the samsara. For this realm, secured by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and blessed without exception. Tenzin Jamso, you are one with our Lokeshwara. May you remain satisfied under samsara's end. Embodiment of the three precious jewels, Pemapan, who holds the teaching of victorious one. Seeing all the goodness, meaning with wisdom eye, may you are the spontaneously established activity living long for hundreds of kapas. Noble Manjushri, the Lord of speech, who manifests to hold the teaching of Tepijan, who raises the lamp of sages' teachings, may you are the light of the Dhamma, living long for hundreds of kapas. The known, the one known in the Holy Land is Ayandeva, emanated in the gargling of Eastern Tibet as Chidampa, the heart sound of Jiktin Sungu. May the life of glorious Garchin remain satisfied for 400 eons. In this age of sapphire, when the victorious teachings faces hardship, through his powerful Vajrayogini conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the ambitious teaching. May the Garchin, the son of teaching, living long. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay, so thank you everyone. It's I want there's many new, so I think it's you are first time right today here mostly. So you see today we practice Yadam deity. It's Buddhism actually has many Yadam deities, but sometimes people are confused. Buddhists no accept the gods. Then they say, why so many like this, you know? Do you have that question or no? Usually people has that questions. So, you know, actually this Yadam deities is arise from the wisdom and the compassion, benefit for others, but not same as the gods. Buddhist is interdependent, not independent. Everything is interdependent. Interdependent means like, you know, Buddha didn't have 100% power to benefit others, do something, you know. Not for Dharma, not for Sangha. It's always interdependent. Three have to come together. So the reasons, meaning is like, if Buddha has 100 power, then you have a question, why he try make people suffering, you know, many beings suffering. If he has power, why he not benefit all beings? Right? Because he has compassion for all beings. So that means Buddha didn't have 100% power. Then what happened? Interdependent, Dharma and the Sangha. So Buddha is the same as the doctor. Dharma is the same as the medicine. We are same as the patients. So then this have to come three together, right? Doctors who really good doctor have compassion. They care about their own children child, the patients. So then they give all the good suggestions. They give good medicines, yeah? So medicine is dharma. Doctor cannot remove the patient's suffering, right? Sickness. But he give only the medicine and the surgeries. So that medicine is the same as the dharma. So then dharma is actually introduced to our emotions. Dharma means introduced to our emotions. Our emotion is a cause of suffering. So dharma is introduced to emotion. That is called dharma. Example, we have anger. Is you practice love, compassion is introduced to anger. So like that, it's called dharma. It's love, compassion, bodhicitta is wanting to benefit others, wisdom. So that's called dharma. And then you have Buddha, dharma, but we don't practice, no benefit. So we have to practice, we have to engage. So that is called sangha. So then these three comes together, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. We practice Dharma, you can remove all your emotions. You can be free from suffering. So that's why the Buddhism is interdependent. So not the one God controlled everything, create. That's the Buddhist belief. Everything is interdependent. Nothing is permanent, inherently exist. Everything is interdependent. Even one flower, how many the conditions need? Think about that. So we need the sun, and need the water, and the warmth, and the seeds, earth. So this all comes together, then flower arise. So you investigate, nothing can find anything permanently, inherently exists something there. Everything is emptiness. Comes all together, is flower arise. Everything arises like that, interdependent. So that is the core Buddhist is like, actually same as the United States law, check and balance. We have what do you call president? We have a Congress. We have a Supreme Court, right? So in check and balance is like that. So no one has 100 power decision. So have to come three together. Okay? Yes? Yes? That is, you mean God? Hmm. What is this? You mean it's Buddha. Buddha has different manifestations. So we use the deity means like we don't have English words. Like deity is yadam. Yadam deity is like you practice like in the Buddhist culture. Usually the people practice. Some people only practice this Vajrayogini. That is my deity. So that means like that is my practicing. My like Buddha. This is my Buddha practicing like that kind of. That's called deity. Yeah, personally, practice called deity. Yeah. You're welcome. Generally called Buddha, but then personally practice the different Buddhas, they're called deities. Okay? Any questions? No questions, right? Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening or wonderful afternoon.